Love deepens quietly. At first, it is laughter. Late messages, shared songs drifting through speakers on opposite sides of town. But then something changes. The heart begins to lean forward into the future, and suddenly every ordinary morning feels like the beginning of a life. You told me you hadn't been sleeping, headaches blooming behind your eyes, restless nights spent staring at the ceiling, turning over the same questions again and again, not because you doubted us, because you didn't know how to ask for permission for the life your heart had already chosen. You said it softly like a confession that frightened you, and I could almost see you there in the dark of your room, in the quiet house around you, a man realizing that love does not only warm the heart, but it also rearranges everything. But morning always found us again. Coffee first, always coffee. You would tell me how the day began, how you stood outside for a few minutes watching the deer move through the field like small ghosts of dawn. Then you'd go back inside to start another project, another piece of a life that never stopped moving. You'd ask what was on my agenda. Sometimes nothing special, just work, kids, errands, life unfolding in its usual rhythm, and yet somehow those conversations felt like we were sitting at the same table, 2 mugs of coffee between us. I told you often that I was thinking about you. You said you were thinking about me too. Sometimes you would say you were putting on the playlist, and when you did that, it felt like something more than music. It felt like riding shotgun with you, like being there in the truck while the road rolled out ahead. Shared moments built out of sound, proof that even when the day pulled us in different directions, we were still woven into each other's hours. Sometimes you were busy with the boys. Sometimes I was running from one responsibility to the next, dinner with friends, work, kids' activities. Life never paused, but somehow we kept finding each other inside it. Good morning, good night, small check-ins that slowly turned into something larger, not excitement anymore. Belonging. One day, you said something that made my chest tighten. You wished there was something that could fix the parts of you that no one could see. You tried to change the subject almost immediately, but I wouldn't let you, because hearing that hurt. Not because you said it, but because you believed it. I told you I wished you could see yourself the way I do, not perfect, not polished, but real, human, quietly strong in the way that people are when they carry too much and still show up every day. I told you you didn't have to be everything figured out with me. You didn't have to edit yourself. You didn't have to perform strength or pretend certainty. You only had to be exactly who you are, and that alone was enough to be worthy of love, especially from me. The parts you wanted to hide didn't scare me. If anything, they made you more real, more human, more someone I wanted to stand beside. I told you I would always be there to listen. So we kept talking about everything. Girl Scout cookies, trips to Kalahari, Great Wolf Lodge, stories about birthdays you had planned for your boys in years past, the basketball games, the dinners out, the small celebrations that make childhood bright, home projects, half-finished plans, dreams tucked between responsibilities, life in all its ordinary detail, and through it all the rhythm stayed the same. Good morning, good night. Sometimes you'd stop by before work, just long enough to kiss me, trying not to be late even though you lingered longer than you meant to. Sometimes after work you'd come over again, not for anything dramatic, just to be there. To sit, to breathe, to decompress. Coffee in the morning, breakfast half made while the world slowly woke up. 2 people standing in a kitchen learning how to do life side by side. Love had moved past the moment of confession. It had slipped quietly into the everyday, and that was when it became undeniable. Not in the passion, not in the late night whispers, but in the way we kept showing up for each other. In the smallest hours of the day, like 2 lives slowly learning that they already belonged in the same story.